exhale all this negativity out of me. Okay, I'm done.
I don't think that the universe has changed because of your chanting.
No, but I have. Last week, I went to see Aunt Phyllis. Her daycare center is doing really well.
I am so glad to know that. She's worked really hard to make that daycare a success.
You know, I heard that Mississippi banned another one of your science books. Florida and Texas will probably do next.
It is sad when truth is banned. People always ask me, Professor Skygrove, do you believe in time travel? Do you believe that humankind can travel back in time? I tell them yes. Just go to Mississippi. And another thing, whenever I have a speaking engagement, someone always wants to ask or debate me, do you believe in God? I tell them I'm there to talk about science, not theology. Politics and religion have no allegiance to science. Religion is based on your faith, not scientific facts. But if you need me to confirm your faith, then your faith must be weak. But still, they press. Do you believe in God? Do you? I tell them yes. Every night I get on my knees and I pray, Lord, protect me from your believers.
Mama, you better be careful. Because it is the same God-fearing believers that are arming themselves with assault rifles. They're shooting up churches, synagogues, and shopping malls.
I have never seen an atheist do something like that. It's always God-fearing believers. If God is so strong, why does he need weak men to fight his battle?
You're going to get all your books banned. Just do what I do. And tell them you believe in the Trinity.
The Trinity?
Yes. Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, Beyonce. With their blessings, you can almost perform miracles.
Sometimes I wonder did I really give birth to you.
You know what? I think it's time for another chance. Come on, follow my lead. See, it's refreshing and relaxing, just like a hot cup of tea.
I think I prefer the hot tea.
Oh my God, it's almost time. I mean, he is going to be here soon. Mama, I cannot wait for you to meet him. He's like the galactic dream, the type of dream that will survive the next orbit around the Milky Way galaxy.
Oh, really? Imani, you told me the last guy was a dream.
He was superficial, empty inside. I mean, he was more interested in himself and in his money. And look, I know money is important. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have love, you might as well be poor. There's an African proverb that says, if you marry a monkey for his wealth, the money goes and the monkey remains. I'm tired of wealthy men with bankrupt souls. I want romance, not finance.
Let me remind you that it's my finances that afford you to say things like that.
And you have invested your money well. There's another African proverb that says, be careful if a naked person offers you a shirt.
Or his underwear.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I must believe in something because I gave birth to you.
I can't see a life without being in love. I was simply sitting out in the rain, watching joggers and sailboats go by. I was eating a grilled cheese sandwich, an avocado salad, reading a book of poetry. Out of nowhere, he appeared. In one moment, no one was there. In the next moment, like magic, there he was, sitting at the table across from me. And when he looked at me with those dark, penetrating eyes, I started to hyperventilate. I felt a hot moisture gushing from my pores.
What kind of pores?
I'm talking about papers were everywhere. I lost my breath. My heart drifted away like a detached kite being captured by a strong gale. I mean, I didn't want to stare, but I could not escape his gaze. When he said hello, my soul whirled around like a carousel. I'm talking about a galactic whirl. We whirled around each other more than 20 times. There were hurricanes and earthquakes everywhere. Mom, it took me a moment to respond. My voice had deserted me, and when it came back, it was hard to recalibrate. My mouth was stuck. I was like a tortoise eating peanut butter. Hello. But as we conversed, time disappeared. The sun stood still. I'm talking about there were hummingbirds, dragonflies, The chemistry was exhilarating. The moment we met, there was a bond between us, a connection, like Catherine and Heathcliff.
Who?
It wasn't nice. If all else remains, I shall continue to be. And if all else perish, and he were annihilated, the world would become a mighty stranger. You see, the Bronte sisters, they wrote from the heart. You should be more classic literature and poetry, instead of all those boring science magazines.
I was reading the Bronte sisters before you were born. Catherine, do not rest as long as I'm living. You said that I killed you. Well, haunt me then. Do not the murdered haunt their murderers. Be with me always. Take any form, try me in that only. Do not leave me in this abyss where I cannot find you. Oh God, it is honorable. I cannot live without my life. I cannot live without my soul.
Not bad for an astrophysicist.
I was human before I had you. Sometimes I think that having children takes the humanity away from parents. Oh, I have to poetry.
E equals MC squared. It's not poetry.
It was the Einstein. Okay. Who made the poetic poet? I do not believe that any great invention was made by a married man.
Damn, that's a good one. I mean, it's not poetic, but a good one. I never thought about that. Who said that?
Nikola Tesla.
Oh, that's messed up. I used to like him. You remember when I used to fantasize about inventing something great? What if I only had one choice? To invent something great or fall in love? That's a difficult one. Okay, I got it. I would invent something that made people fall in love. Einstein said that the imagination is more important than knowledge.
I'd rather have a surgeon operating on me who's knowledgeable than one who's imaginative.
Mama, I'm talking about the fact that we share the same blood. He's interested in me and in my soul. It's like we were searching for something, looking for something, missing something, but we didn't know until we found each other. Last night, I had a dream. I was walking in this beautiful garden and the sun was above us. And when I looked down at the ground, I could see my shadow. But I couldn't see his shadow. What do you think this means?
Well, it probably means that it was time for you to wake up.
I'm still trying to figure out why my friends admire you so much.
I'm sorry, honey. Dreams are mysterious, and they are hard to study in the lab. I think that most of them are meaningless.
This was a different kind of experience. I mean, dreams have their own reality, their own language. This was a message dispatched from beyond the stars.
I think you're thinking too much about this guy.
If I thought about him every moment, it still wouldn't be enough. Something tells me I shall be thinking about him forever.
Imani, this is your mother talking to you. You just met this guy. How long have you known him? How many dates have you been on? 1, 2?
Quality. Quality is more important than quantity. You taught me that.
I also taught you about being realistic. I just don't want you to get your heart broken. I know what it feels like to think that you found true love and then something happens. You don't know what it is, but it's just gone. It's like waking up and discovering that the sun and all the stars have disappeared.
Look, I know you're a prominent astrophysicist, and you're accustomed to being locked away in your sterilization lab, analyzing facts and data, but sometimes I feel like you're too busy studying the mechanics of the universe that you forget about the mechanics of life.
What about the mechanics of being realistic?
You sound like a professor I used to have. He used to say, I used to believe in God, but science is more dependable. Simple and boring. I'm trying to express myself to you without sarcasm or science.
Okay. You're right. I'm sorry. So, what's your friend's name?
Amari,
Amari.
what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just always thought if I had a son, I would have named him Amari. I've always liked that name.
So if I were a boy, you would have named me Amari?
Yes, I guess so.
Well, something tells me you might be getting a son-in-law named Amari. It would have been nice to have an older brother instead of being only child.
Having an imaginative daughter like you is like having several children. Anytime a daycare center saw you coming, they charged you the birth rate. Oh, a plant has died. I tried to save it, but
That's the plan I got you for Mother's Day?
yes, it was so beautiful. It blossomed for a while, but then it died. Do you remember when you planted a candy cane in the backyard because you wanted a candy cane tree?
Mama, I was just a little girl.
What's that little?
You have a good memory. Or remembering all the wrong things. I wonder what Daddy's doing.
Well, who knows?
Too bad that didn't work out.
You know, just because something doesn't work out doesn't mean that it was a failure. Your father and I realized that the marriage was making us both miserable. We decided to end it. It would be nice if relationships lasted forever, but the reality is that they don't. Sometimes people change and grow apart. Although in your father's case, I think he never grew up.
You mean like Peter Pan?
No, Peter Pan was more mature. Unfortunately, it took me years to realize that.
But Daddy was fun. I mean, he used to make cookies and read bedtime stories.
I read you bedtime stories too.
Mom, stories about Isaac Newton, Marie Curie, and Carl Sagan are not bedtime stories. Although they did put me to sleep.
I was trying to give you something practical instead of filling up your head with fairy tales. Remember when you and your friends went on that canoeing adventure? You said that the boat flipped over, threw everyone into the waters, and you were disoriented.
I was deep underwater and I didn't know which direction. But I remember you taught me that air bubbles travel upward.
That's right, upwards, not downwards, not sideways, not zigzagging. The bubbles were giving you a map to the surface. Basic science.
Okay, I get it, but Daddy's stories were still fun. I mean, his stories made air bubbles travel zigzag.
You made me go zigzag. Okay, your father had his good points. When we met, he was fun and sweet. But after we got married, he was so irresponsible. I thought that he would change, but he didn't. He thought that the world was his playground and that monopoly money was real. He believed that working was a disease, so he took preventative measures to stop him working. And to make matters worse, he was still chasing women. I couldn't deal with that. Our house became cold and silent, like Uranus. It was a house besieged with icicles. Even though we slept in the same bed, we were light years apart. I slipped into an icy depression. I was so cold that I couldn't feel my body or my thoughts. I was freezing to death. So I had to free myself. Otherwise, the ice would have entombed me.
That had to be horrible.
The last time I saw your father, he was doing somersaults on a skateboard and dating some girl just out of Paris. But Muhammad Ali said that if a man still believes at 50 the things he did at 20, then he has wasted 30 years of his life. I believe that your father at 55 still believes the same things he did when he was 1 year old. I mean, that man was
Let
so
me remind you that he
foolish.
is still my father.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You need a timeout.
I said I'm sorry.
And, by the way, who's Alex?
Who?
I was in the basement the other day and I found an old shoebox with a red ribbon wrapped around it with some letters addressed to you from a guy named Alex.
Well, I've forgotten all about those letters.
So,
Letters from a long time ago.
So, who was he?
No, he was just a friend.
Just friends don't write letters like that.
Imani, those letters were private.
Yeah, and private letters are the best letters to read.
Imani, I can't hide anything from you.
You're not supposed to. So, who was he? I thought that we could talk. I mean, you are always asking me about details. Now I want some details from you.
Alex Hartman. I met him when I was in college. This was long before your father. I was a science major and he was a theater major. He was smart, handsome, and funny. He had a way of telling stories. I could sit and listen to him tell his adventures like a child sitting at a campfire. He always had this look on his face like he was deep in thought, like he was on the verge of we would go to dinner or to the movies or theaters or concerts or whatever. Or sometimes just sitting and talking. The activity didn't matter. It was just being together that was the event. That was all that mattered. Oh, and that man could cook. He made some of the most delicious meals I have ever had in my life. He used to make this seasoned, tender T-bone steak that would melt off of the bone onto my tongue like cotton candy. Oh, when I was done with that steak, I licked and sucked and tried to eat the bone.
What kind of bone are you talking about?
I told you that he should be a chef.
Oh,
Because his cooking was so enchanting. And I would eat at his restaurant every day of the week. Those were magical times.
oh, I thought you didn't believe in magic.
Oh, excuse me. Those were scientific times.
I haven't seen that gleam in your eye in a long time.
What gleam?
That's scientifically. Here it goes again. I even see it with your eyes closed.
No, you don't.
So, what happened to Alex Harvison?
He wanted to make it big and big. He wanted to be a force on the stage and the screen. He had a yearning, and he couldn't feel complete until he had grasped his dreams. So he finally got into Juilliard, and he thought that his dreams were coming true. He said that he wanted to pluck and devour fame and fortune like grapes from a ripe vine. So he moved to New York to harvest his dreams. But years after graduating and mastering his skills, he couldn't find anybody to give him a chance. I mean, sometimes I would read about him performing in some unknown theater in New York, or I'd see him saying a few lines on a series in Los Angeles. When I looked in his eyes, I could tell that he wanted something more. He was always struggling, always searching for that big break, that big bang that never came.
So, what happened to him?
I don't know.
Aren't you curious? We should look him up. I bet he still has the same number. We should give him a call.
I couldn't do that
Why not?
because it wouldn't be proper.
Proper? Proper ladies miss out on a lot of fun.
I heard that he moved to the East Coast and got married.
So did you, and look how that turned out.
That was years ago. He probably doesn't even remember me.
The mind may forget, but the heart always remembers. Oh my God, he's here.
Are you going to answer the door?
Yes, of course.
Are you going to answer it now or in the next galactic year?
Mama, I want you to be on your best behavior. And remember your manners. You come from a respectable family.
Thank you for passing that down to me.
And don't tell any jokes unless you run them past me first.
I've been telling jokes before you allowed.
Yeah, and that's what they sound like.
Don't worry about the door. He's gone by now.
Amari. This is
Your mother.
your mother. No, I mean my mother.
Next time I'm wearing a name tag.
Professor Regina Skygrove. I've heard many great things about you. And I've read all your books and articles. All my life I've been wanting to meet you.
Well, thank you. I've heard many great things about you too, Imani. What was that?
What?
The lights.
What about the lights?
And that sound. It sounded like it was gone now.
Mama, are you okay?
You didn't hear? No. It must have been my imagination.
Your daughter, Amani, is a wonderful lady. She's a precious soul, intelligent and gifted, and her novels are amazing. I love them all.
Oh, thank you, Amari.
I must commend you on raising such an extraordinary daughter.
Mama, are you okay?
Let me help you sit down.
Mama, can you hear me? Maybe we should call a doctor.
towel and some water in the cup. All right. Okay. I want you to lean back and breathe. As if you were chanting, like this. Good. Good, that's much better. Now drink some of this hot tea.
Hot strawberry tea with honey. How did you...
Drink some more.
I used to drink this all the time when I was in college. So refreshing and relaxing.
Let me try some. It's almost like meditating. How did you turn plain water into hot strawberry tea?
You'll grow to understand in time. Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you. I don't know what came over me. That's never happened before. All of a sudden, I felt so weak. I haven't felt like that since
What?
I had you.
What?
Well, the important thing is that you are feeling better. But I do think you should continue to rest for a moment.
I thought that you were gonna faint.
No, I'm fine, honey. I was just feeling a little strange for a minute.
I still think that you should.
Professor Skygrove. These are for you.
Josephine's gourmet brownies? I used to love these when I was a little girl.
I've never heard of them.
Oh, these were before your time. How did you know?
I did my research.
They're still warm and fresh like they were made moments ago.
They were.
Mmm! Oh, they are delicious, just like I remember. But Josephine stopped making these decades ago.
I had to go back in time to get them.
Oh, Amari is so funny.
You sound serious.
That's what makes him so charming. Maybe we should save these for after dinner before you eat them all.
Young man, you look familiar. Like I should know you. Are you one of my students at UC Berkeley?
No, no ma'am.
Did I meet you at one of my speaking engagements?
No ma'am.
No. It was from when I was in college. Did I know you at Stanford?
Stanford?
Had to be like 25, 30 years ago?
Well, 30 years ago, I wasn't even born.
Of course. No, you would have been a baby.
Not even now.
Maybe you look like somebody that I knew.
Who would that be, ma'am?
Like,
Mama, maybe you should get some rest and drink your tea. Amari, can you help me in the kitchen? What are you doing?
I'm absorbing your books.
By touching them?
I like how they feel.
Those are leather-bound copies of Toni Morrison and Maya Angelou, collector's editions.
I know them.
I know all their works. I mean, they are masterful writers. They wrote and spoke with such profound intellect and wisdom.
They still do. This is a photo of you swimming.
Oh, yes, I do enjoy swimming. Do you?
Well, I find it easier to walk across the water.
Sometimes I like to walk across the water, too.
So this is a golf ball.
That belongs to my mother. Years ago, she won an amateur tournament with this ball and keeps it as a souvenir. I've tried to polish it for her, but it seems the scuff marks only shine.
Scuff marks are important. And that photo, who's that?
Oh, that's my father. He's a free spirit.
He passed away?
No, him and my mother got a divorce years ago.
Don't you miss him?
Sometimes. When I was little, I used to cry about it, but he has to be free to be who he is, and if you try to force something that isn't meant to be, it'll end up crushing you or it.
I wish more people knew that. That's a birthday party.
Yeah, that's me on my 16th birthday.
You're 25 years old. That means you've had 25 birthday celebrations. I want you to tell me about every birthday.
No one remembers every birthday.
But every birthday is important. Why would they not remember each one?
I mean, very few people, if any, remember every birthday.
But that's one of the basic responsibilities of the mind, is to remember. And at least tell me what you remember from when you were born.
Playing with me again. No one remembers that. Do you remember when you were born? Do you remember all your birthdays? See what I mean? Sometimes I think you're from another universe.
Then tell me about the birthdays you remember. About the clothes you wore, the cakes you had, the gifts you received, the guests that came to celebrate you. Tell me about your life, your hopes, your dreams.
Wow. That would take a lifetime to answer. No one's asked all of that of me before. But first, you must help me in the kitchen. And please excuse my mother. I mean, she's been working really hard at the university. Working on some intense Einstein stuff about different dimensions and realities. And going back in time can really make you dizzy.
I understand. I've done that a few times. This is the home you told me about. The home with the blue door where you grew up. It's beautiful. I would love to experience the tour and see the room where you slept, with the purple accented walls, and the backyard where you played and planted the seeds of fruits and vegetables. You once planted a candy cane in your backyard.
I'm so embarrassed. I don't remember telling you that. How is it that you know so much about me in such little time? As if you know me better than I know myself. Now with you, time is no longer a participant but a spectator. What was the question again?
There was no question. Just a request that you tell me about planting a candy cane.
No. When I was a little girl, I read this magical story about a girl who had a candy cane tree in her backyard. So I thought if I planted a candy cane, I could grow a candy cane tree.
What do candy canes connote to?
Sweetness, happiness, enchantment.
Show me. Show me where you planted the candy cane.
Why would you want to see that?
Well, because it's part of the story.
What story?
Your story. Everything that you say or do is sacred. I celebrate the glow from your spirit like flowers celebrate sunlight.
You're going to go far in life, especially in my life. Follow me, I'll give you a grand tour.
This is beautiful. Do you have a custom for throwing away beautiful things?
No, but that plant was dead.
No, it just needed love.
Mama, you must look what Amari did with your plant.
That's impossible. That plant was dead.
I told you he was special. I mean, you're going to have to take him to your lab and clone him.
I don't know what it is, but there is something mysterious about him.
And enchanting.
Imani, I'm going to need you to parachute down from your cloud for a moment.
I don't have a parachute. I own a Pegasus.
What? Then I'm going to need you to climb onto your Pegasus and fly on back down to Earth.
Okay, we're here. Oh, okay, I'm here.
I know that thinking isn't as popular as it used to be, but I need you to think about this. How did he make hot tea out of water? And how did he get those brownies? I knew Josephine when I was a child. she died, her shop closed, and all of her sweets and treats and secret recipes died along with her. So how did he get me brownies from a dead woman? What do you do, go wake her up and have her whip up a batch just for me?
Maybe he got them on eBay. I mean, there are all kind of collectibles on that site. You'll be amazed what you can find on the internet these days.
And how did he bring that print back to life? Was that eBay too, or was that Amazon.com?
Mama, has he hurt anyone, wronged anyone, or injured anyone in any way? No, he hasn't. He's done nothing but demonstrate goodness and kindness. But I don't know how he does all these wonderful things. I just know that they're good, so why question it?
Because I need to know what's going on.
That's the difference between me and you. I don't know why the sun rises, but I enjoy the sunset. I don't know why flowers bloom, but I enjoy their fragrance. Though interrogated, I appreciate it.
I have learned from experience that eventually poetry and reality are going to collide. And there is no seatbelt or airbag that's going to be able to protect poetry from the wreckage.
But even if poetry were to die from that collision, love would be there to resurrect it.
That's not science.
No, Mama, it's love.
Thank you for inviting me. This is delicious. I've never had food like this before.
Black-eyed peas, cornbread, sweet potatoes, collard greens. This is a soul food Thanksgiving. You've never had soul food before?
Never like this.
This is good for the soul.
Then maybe I should eat more.
Why are you having Thanksgiving with your family?
Well, eating with you is like eating with family, Professor Skygrove.
Oh, calm down. So, who are you there?
Well, that's why I'm here. To meet my parents for the first time.
For the first time? You've never met your parents?
Well, I know who they are, but they don't know who I am.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, what do you know about them?
I'm told my mother is witty and pragmatic, that she's highly educated and she exerts a fact-based philosophy.
Sounds brilliant.
And what about your father?
I'm told my father is a chef and that his food is enchanted.
So why did your parents raise you?
Mama, that might be personal.
Who raised you?
I was raised by a group of loving souls. They nurtured me and educated me, and they taught me many things.
A group, like an orphanage? And did you go to college? And what kind of work do you do?
Mama, you might want to read him his Miranda rights before you start your interrogation.
If a man was going to court my daughter, I would know about his family and his finances.
Mother, this is not a Jane Austen novel. We aren't courting.
You're going to fool me.
And I have my own financial means.
Well, that's great, but I want to know about his means and what kind of person he is.
I find it interesting that people are so obsessed with money, as if money defines the person. The belief that he who hoards the most is the richest. Where I come from, he who gives the most is the richest. He who gives everything has everything.
Where do you come from?
Mama, please.
I am just trying to look out for you.
I can look out for myself.
If you could, then you would know. Oh! Cut my finger. I need a Band-Aid.
I'll go get the first aid kit. Saved by the blood.
Let me see your finger.
The cut is gone. How did you do that? Who are you?
I told you he was special. I mean, he is full of surprises and skills. You must show me how you did that.
Who are you?
I'm Amari.
Then what are you?
Regina, could I talk with you in private? I would like a discussion with you.
Ooh, Mama, I think he's gonna ask the No, we don't need your blessing, but if you want to continue to have a good daughter and mother relationship, and to see your future grandchildren.
What are you talking about?
You better say yes. Y-E-S. Write it down if you have to. I'll be in the room with the purple accent wall.
Since you've been here, a lot of strange things have been occurring. More tricks than a Las Vegas magic show.
Well, everything I've done has been sincere. Earlier, I said I was here to meet my parents.
Who are your parents?
Regina, you are my mother.
I'm sorry, that's not true.
I'm your son.
That's impossible. I only had one child, Imani.
Yes, that is true.
And then how could I be your mother?
Because I'm talking about the child you did not give birth to.
That doesn't make any sense. And I'm not your mother.
When you were in college, you met a man named Alex, my father. And through that alliance, you became pregnant.
Who told you that?
That pregnancy was terminated. It is easier to grow if you are willing to face the truth rather than avoid it.
Did Alex tell you that?
I get to meet Alex.
Then how do you know?
Because I am that aborted son.
That is impossible, because if you were that aborted son, you would be dead and not standing here talking to me.
Well, yes, I am an uncompleted birth. That temporary structure died that day, but my soul did not. There's a sacred land where the souls of unborn children go, and there they continue to grow souls. Now, this is highly unusual, but I was granted permission to return here to meet my parents, the parents who never gave birth to me. This physical form that you see is what I may have looked like if I continued uninterrupted on this planet. But this body, however, it lacks the scars and the wounds, the complexity of a lived life. It has never had a playdate with time. And I'm still trying to familiarize myself with this composition and this strange language that requires words, an obsolete form of communication.
No, this still isn't making any sense.
You denied me once in the womb. Will you deny me again outside the womb? Your education is hindering you from learning. There is another way of knowing. Dismantle all the things you were taught and listen to the testimony of your soul. The waves and the symphony of your heart. Listen to the tessitura of your soul. From the moment you met me, you knew there was something. Something beyond words. Something beyond thoughts. You felt weak and exhausted. You felt pain within, as if you had just given birth.
How did you know that?
But it was your soul that recognized me. It was your soul that embraced me.
If you could change water into wine, I sure could use a drink right about now.
What sort of wine would you like?
Murder.
What year?
Okay. Are you really my son in the flesh?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
There's no need for that.
After the abortion, I felt guilty. I kept thinking that if there was an afterlife, then maybe I would see you there. But how would I recognize you? How would you recognize me?
Well, just as the earth shall always recognize the sun, I will always recognize you. I've never had the experience of having a mother. On this planet, is it acceptable for a son to embrace his mother because he loves her?
Yeah, that would be acceptable.
Mom, is everything okay?
What am I going to tell her?
The truth.
I need to have a talk with you.
Okay, about what?
You're not pregnant, are you?
What?
Please tell me you're not pregnant.
Not yet.
Imani!
No, Mama, I am not pregnant.
Oh, thank God. You haven't, have Amari is your brother.
What? Daddy had a son?
No, he's my son, your brother.
No, Mama, that's impossible. I'm your only child.
That's true.
I'm the only child that she ever had.
That's true too.
Then how can he be my brother?
Remember, Alex, years ago, when we were together, I got pregnant.
Pregnant?
And I terminated that pregnancy.
You had an abortion.
Yes. It was a long time ago. I was young. It was complicated.
Abortion is always complicated. Wow. This is deep. I mean, I had no idea. But if you had an abortion 30 years ago, that baby would be dead. He wouldn't be here.
I know it sounds crazy.
Listen, this is your daughter talking to you. I mean, you're an award-winning fact-based scientist. You won a Neil deGrasse Tyson or a Katherine Johnson medallion, and you're going to expect me to believe this crazy story?
Imani, you just give me a moment. I will try to explain to you the best way that I can.
She tries to explain, but Imani is having a hard time understanding. Though her imagination is extensive, this is still beyond the boundaries of her sphere. This form, which you call a body, is indeed strange. This carbon-based life form is nothing more than a death-based structure in a dust-based reality. You clothe your souls in a fragile fabric. A fabric made not only to deteriorate, but made also of deterioration. This immune system is weak and unable to withstand the relentless attacks from germs, viruses, and diseases. This respiratory system and cardiovascular system are rudimental and prone to mishaps and failure.
Is it true? Are you really my brother?
Yes, it is true.
I knew it. I knew that there was something about you that would explain all those magical things that you were doing, except that they were real. There are over 4 billion men in this universe, and I had to fall in love with my own brother.
It was not my intention to compel you to fall in love with me. I was simply eager to know as much as possible about you, as my sister. Love and affection that emanate from me are celestial.
The celestial, like star-crossed lovers?
My love for you is spiritual. It may not be the sort of love that you seek, but it is deeper than what Heathcliff feels for Catherine.
Oh my God, you're killing me.
My heart and soul would rise in mutiny if I thought of harming you. And yet I've unintentionally caused you pain. And now your pain has become mine. Imani, I would rather die again than hurt one strand of your head.
That makes me want to fall in love with you even more. I mean, your mistakes are magnificent. Your errors are exquisite. Your imperfections are impeccable. But everything about incest is messed up. No, Imani, you can't go there. You can't do that. Overcoming this pain is a sign of growth. Overcoming this pain is a sign of growth. But damn, you've got some beautiful... No. Mama, I think that it's time for another one of your jokes.
I would, but I think they're too old.
So, are you some kind of soul or spirit?
I'm a soul draped in human flesh.
So if you were aborted 30 years ago, where have you been?
For those of us who were never born outside the womb, there exists a special place. A place for the unborn, the stillborn, and the unrealized. A place where beings have no birth dates, only death dates. And yet they continue to grow.
Where is this place?
Outside.
Outside where?
Outside your uses. It is a land with flourishing grace and cascading joy. It is a land of unparalleled beauty and unmatched splendor. The lands are crafted with ecstasy and the skies radiate with euphoria. Now this land has a peacefulness that even your dreams are incapable of imagining. But as blissful as this place is, I had to come back here.
Why?
To meet my parents. I want to understand the complexity of my past to help me continue on my growth journey. I don't have much time. Could you contact Alex? I would like to speak with you and Alex.
Right now?
Yes, in person.
Together?
Yes, you created you together.
But I heard that he got married and lives on the East Coast somewhere.
Does that mean he is no longer my father?
No, it's just that there's no way that he would marry that because of the distance.
Oh, desire can overcome distance.
Oh, he's probably having Thanksgiving with his family.
Do you have a contraption called a traveling communicator?
You mean a cell phone? Yes, but he probably doesn't have the same number.
Probably.
Told you.
And said what?
The truth.
I feel like I'm drowning.
Mama, follow the spiritual air bubbles. They will lead you to the surface, the sun, and the stars.
There's no answer.
Wait.
Hello? Alex? Hi! It's me, Regina Skygrove. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. You were just thinking about me? Really? Well, I was just thinking about you too. No, I'm not kidding. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, those were some scientific times. I mean, those were magical times. How are you? You're in Paris on vacation.
Tell him you need to talk with him in person tonight.
But he's in Paris. That's like 5,000 miles away and 9 hours ahead.
5,563.3 miles away.
Even if he traveled at light speed.
Where I come from, the speed of light is slow.
What's faster than the speed of light?
Already being there. Tell him.
This day get any stranger. No, Alex, that wasn't for you. This is gonna sound odd, but it's an emergency, and I need to see you tonight. I know.
There's a blue door about 12 yards in front of him. Convey that to him.
Do you see a blue door 12 yards ahead of you? He's in the middle of a deserted park going back to his hotel. There is nothing around him.
Look again.
Look again. He wants to know how you did that. He said that a door just appeared out of nowhere.
Walk up the stairs and knock on the door.
Alex? Knock on the door. I don't know. Just knock.
Are you going to answer the door now or during the next galactic year?
Oh my God, it's really you.
Gina, is this for you? This must be the dream because this is impossible.
No, Alex, this is real.
But how? A minute ago I was on the other side of the Atlantic and now I'm here. They said beauty fades, but you are even more beautiful.
Thank you, Alex. I understand that you moved to New York?
Yes, I still live.
I heard that you got married.
Yes, but it didn't work because there are some things I never got over. I heard you got married too.
Mine didn't work out either, because there are some things that I never got over too.
I remember the first time I saw you. It was as if you held the universe in your eyes. And if I wanted to see the galaxy, I didn't need a telescope. All I needed was to look at the constellation in your face.
Somewhere in deep space, a star just exploded.
I understand that you're a preeminent professor at UC Berkeley. I read all your books and all your articles in those scientific magazines. I admit I didn't understand everything that you wrote, but if it came from your mind, I believe it's true.
It's getting hotter than Venus in here.
Sometimes love makes you forget everything.
Or it makes you remember things that you did not know.
Should we interrupt them?
No. No, hate should be interrupted, but never love.
Are you still in the theater?
No, I'm a chef now.
A chef?
You were right. You remember how you used to tell me how great my food was? Well, while in New York trying to make it as an actor, I used to work at a restaurant as a waiter, just like every other actor in New York. Restaurants should just open their own restaurant because half their actors, half of their staff is actors. But anyways, we had this Southern chef who looked like a reject from the Confederate Army. He would smoke cigars and sip whiskey while preparing food. The man was good, but he was arrogant and mean. Everyone called him Colonel Cotton Brain because he ran the place like a plantation. Everyone started quitting because of him. And when there was no one left, they sent me back to the kitchen. Every day was like the battle at Gettysburg. And when he wasn't abusing people, he would always be reenacting scenes from the Civil War using food and utensils as troops and artillery. He even had the South winning. I had to remind him that the South lost the war. And anyways, after that, he got into one of his scheduled arguments with the owner.
You mean an argument about scheduling?
No, he scheduled his arguments. He had an appointment book for future disputes. And then, a little while after that, he stormed out of the restaurant screaming that he was never coming back. Temporarily, and then a week or two or maybe 3 again.
And what did the owner do?
Well, the owner didn't really like it, but he was in a panic mode because he had some special guests coming in. I told him I could handle the kitchen, and so I took it over. I made some changes to the menu, and the next thing you know, everybody was talking about how great the food was. The reviews were sensational, and the restaurant was backed up for weeks in advance. After that, I decided I was going to open my own place. So I found this abandoned building, and I transformed it into my own restaurant. So now, instead of creating masterpieces on the stage, I create masterpieces on the plate.
I am so happy for you. Your cooking was always so delicious. What's the name of your restaurant?
Memories.
Oh, well, that sounds romantic and nostalgic.
Memories of Regina.
Oh. Oh.
When I'm cooking or experimenting in the kitchen, it always seems like I've been trying to recapture something that was missing. I have experimented with a multitude of herbs and spices and exotic ingredients, trying to find a recipe that could erase my past mistakes, a recipe that could transport me back to paradise. But I haven't been able to find that recipe. Instead, I have created a menu full of failures and disappointments. And yet, people come into my restaurant and order off of my menu and ask, Alex, how did you make your food taste so divine? Your dishes are enchanting. But they don't know the truth, that every meal is a catastrophe, every plate, tragedy. I am successful because of my failures. I never thought I'd see you again. But I have never been so blessed to be so wrong. Most people wake up from a dream. I'm waking up inside of a dream.
I too had a dream. When we were in the park, you were there right in front of me. You looked the same, like nothing had ever changed. With a whirlwind in my heart, I ran to you and we wept. I held you so tightly in my arms because I was afraid that if I were to let go, that you would drift away and disappear. So we locked each other in our embrace, tighter than heat Clinton flame. We were kissing, crying, and saying we were sorry and that we were determined to make it work. It felt so real. Oh!
So, your kind of power,
For this journey, I was granted special needs.
and you came here just to talk to us.
Many things I know, but many things I don't know. My desire is to meet my parents and to explore why they canceled my physical existence. This will help me to grow.
Imani, could we have some privacy, please?
I'd like to stay because this affects me too.
In what way?
Just like having something in your life can affect your life, not having something can also affect your life.
Let me express that there is no right or wrong, no good nor bad, no morality nor immorality, no judgments nor punishment, no condemnation or retribution. There simply is, and nothing more. Thus, share without shame, voice without blame. Sincerity is your language. Love and compassion are your audience.
I met Alex when I was in college. We started dating, having fun. We would go to concerts or to the theater, or we'd read books or poetry to one another. Everything was going great. It was around this time that I got pregnant. I thought that I was going to have to drop out of school. I remembered what happened to my older sister, your Aunt Phyllis. This was long before the daycare. She got pregnant and she had to drop out to take care of the child. Then she had another and another. I was determined that that was not going to happen to me. My parents pretended that it was okay, but I could feel that it was ripping them apart. I could feel the lacerations on their souls. Because Phyllis was the golden child. She was the one that everybody loved. She was smarter than me and brighter than me. She was going to be a doctor. But that didn't happen. Getting pregnant was the demise of her dreams. Now, I'm not saying that a woman can't make it if she gets pregnant, but it's a lot harder. Especially if you don't have a good support system, a Or you live in a society that condemns abortion, but condones the abortion of your soul. My parents, they worked so hard and struggled to make sure that I got through Stanford. To them, I was the embodiment of their dreams. I was their hopes and their faith. But the truth is that I had to do what was right for me. I had to do what was right for my life. Because no matter what anybody else thought, I was the master of my house.
When you told me you were pregnant, I was scared. Felt like reality came crashing down upon the world. I just got accepted in the junior. I was so excited. I felt like I could soar above the stars. I was going to be with the best. I was finally going to get to go to New York and claim my dreams. Acting was in my blood. It was my destiny to be on this stage and on the screen. I, with an invincible fire, was going to go to New York and be consumed my dreams and to collect Tonys like Audrey McDonald and Oscars like Denzel Washington. But all that changed that day. It was as if all that changed that day. I became a pillar of dust, waiting as the howling wind was blowing me away. Because without dreams, all we are is dust, waiting for the wind to make us disappear. So when you told me you were going to have the abortion, I didn't protest. I was relieved. I wasn't ready to be a parent, not yet. I still wanted to have my degree and my dreams, and a better life for myself.
I wanted a better life for myself, too. Men can just walk away from abortion. They have the luxury of just forgetting it. But not a woman. A woman always remembers. A woman carries it with her for the rest of her life. The experience doesn't last for just a few weeks or a few months. It lasts forever. Spreading her legs open and having them vacuum it out of her. Having them scrape it out of her. Having them...
I am that it.
Afterwards, I just wandered around the city like a ghost town. Maybe I was the ghost. I was surrounded by people and I felt isolated. Tears would randomly leak from my face and form a procession down my face, from my eyes, and make a procession down my face. I felt as if I had ripped away a part of my soul. Like I had just sliced it away.
I never forgot the abortion. It was as if I'd lost an arm or an extension of myself.
I know a place that can restore missing limbs. I know a place that can cure severed souls. This place can mend the mind and save the spirit. I'm an extension of this place, and I'm a portion of its grace. Here there is no guilt, just an abundance of love. So if I, the aborted, find no offense in you, then why do you condemn yourselves?
I wish that the world was as compassionate as you. I'm thinking about all those women who live in such a judgmental society. They are marred and scarred by condemnation. This world we live in is just, it's got too much hate.
Well, we all come from the same place, so it is possible to obtain the same results. I understand that you play golf.
Sometimes, not as much as I used to. Why?
Why do golf balls have dimples? Why aren't they craterless like ping pong balls?
Well, golf balls used to be smooth and round like ping pong balls. But golfers noticed that their marred and dented balls went farther. So people started to create golf balls with dimples because they created friction and resisted the drag force around them.
Well, sometimes perfection is the flaw. Sometimes you need the dents, the scars, and the bruises upon your life so you can propel yourself farther and higher.
It's kind of strange that after the abortion, things kind of changed between us. I mean, I still loved you, but things were different. We drifted apart. I didn't know if you loved me anymore.
I didn't know if you loved me anymore.
Of course I did.
Well, you were acting so cold towards me.
Oh, me? You were the one that was acting cold.
No, you were acting like nothing ever happened.
I was going through something.
I was going through something.
I tried to
Thunder and lightning do not make flowers, but sunshine and rain. Where I come from, when there's conflict, we hold hands and talk. It is difficult to give resonance to anger when you're holding hands and looking each other in the eye.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be cold towards you. But I was hurting because you were hurt. But instead of coming to you to help deal with the thing, I ran away to escape it. Sorry for walking over this. Sorry for taking you for granted. Sorry for not giving reference to you.
I'm sorry too. I am sorry that I was so cold towards you. I was grieving. I didn't know how to communicate that to you. There was a lot that was going on. We should have talked about this a long time ago.
A long time ago is right now.
So this is what it's like to be human. Thank you for permitting me to absorb your experiences. Your souls have conveyed so much. I'm honored to have you both as my parents. This wound has healed me, and my death has helped me to grow. The time has come for me to return to the place that has no time. I understand that humans like stories, that you sometimes gather around the campfire to hear them. Well, I have a story for you. Once upon a time, a wise man took a group of villagers to the Nile River because they wanted to cross to the other side. The wise man took a spoon and went to the banks of the Nile, fetched up a spoonful of water. Now, after studying, analyzing, and investigating this spoonful of water, he proclaims, "There are no crocodiles in the Africa." Why do you laugh? It is easier to laugh at someone else's foolishness, but in this story, you are the so-called wise person. You have taken your spoon and scooped some air, and then concluded that you know the universe. You have taken your spoon, scooped something from your life, and then concluded that you know all life and humanity. You have taken your spoon, scooped something from your contaminated and polluted religious waters, and then declared to the world that you know God. Never have I seen such an abundance of ignorance. Ignorance that overleaps the infinite. Therefore, the next time someone comes to you and says, what is right or wrong, what is good or bad, what you should believe, or what you should not believe, simply say to them, thank you for your spoonful of knowledge, and move on. Because in truth, it was simply a spoonful of ignorance. The time has come.
Will we see you again?
Well, not in this world, but one day death will give birth to you, and then perhaps we shall meet again.
So, is there life on other planets?
You're looking at it.
How big is the universe?
Well, imagine this great buzzy universe. Now, if you toss that into the middle of the ocean is the rest of the universe.
Will I find true love?
You've already found this because you're in love with life. A gift I have for you. My journal, full of notes and observations about this world. However, be careful because your officials have a history for censoring and banishing the truth. This world has many challenging flaws, but it is capable of achieving many wondrous aspirations if they are based upon love.
So I know that you have to go, but I have one more question. This country that we live in is divided between those who are pro-choice and those who are pro-life. But you, being a spirit soul, what do you have to say about it?
When the spooners gather around you,
What's wrong?
There's a candy cane tree growing in the backyard.
Wow! A candy cane tree.
that's amazing.
Mama, I finally understand that dream that I told you about. You taught me that light has no shadow. Amari has no shadow because he is pure light.
Thank you for coming out tonight and witnessing this event. If you have any questions or concerns, we would love to know your thoughts about what you just witnessed.
Who wrote it? It's the writer.
I'm the writer.
Oh, you are. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you, Larry. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I was
a nurse at Planned Parenthood for many, many years and was around women terminating pregnancies for every reason under the sun. And yet, from a period, because the age I'm at, I've been in illegal abortions and street abortions, and then now look what we're looking at. And so I think the bringing the humanity to what is a clinical reality in women's lives. Women's lives are all these things. And I was surprised your dad wrote it, actually. So, it's everything. It's everything. And so, from the everything that women are, and the war on women,
Yes, I know.
I still am surprised your dad wrote it.
You know, both, whether you're male or female, we're all souls. And I reckon the point of view of the soul, not the gender.
Women have a lot in common with this entire experience. Women terminate for every woman for a different reason. So it's interesting how you put the non-clinical into the clinical.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I really appreciated the way that you dealt with time in this piece. Like there was a lot in the we're just at this table, like maybe not understanding each other, but the way that conflict was captured in a loving way was really flat. Well done.
Thank you.
And the knock on the door. I love that.
Oh yeah.
That's the door. I love that.
Well, I felt trusted as an audience member to have an imagination. Like throughout the entire piece, I see a lot of content. I'm a technician, and so I felt trusted to be on the journey and to be in the show, right? Not like I'm just watching it like Netflix. It was like, oh yeah, I'm here, I'm participating. So I appreciated the space to trust the audience. Yeah.
Any more questions, comments, feedback?
You have a great set of actors.
Oh yeah, there.
Disappeared, but you're a great probably director as well.
Yes, the director is right behind you. Come on down.
It's such a great opportunity for both of us to be in this community and get to workshop material here. So. And we're most, except for one person's from Portland, Oregon. So I'm from Portland and flew here and put it up. So it's just yeah. We've learned a lot. So thank you for being part of us.
Portland is the land beyond, right? Yeah. To us, New York is like Portland West.
It's been a joy, though. Thank you.
What's next for you guys? How can we help?
This has been a lot of work. She's from Portland. I'm from San Francisco area, and Ponto, he's from LA, and we did all rehearsals on the West Coast.
Sure.
We didn't see the stage until the day we performed the play.
Yes.
And so we never saw the stage until we got here.
Sure, yeah.
And it's just been a whirlwind. I think I need a break.
Yeah, rest.
I need a rest. I'm on vacation after this.
Awesome.
But also inspired.
Yeah.
Yes. I've learned something.
Yeah.
By doing this.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let us know if we want to help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Eric. And thank you for coming out.
I'm tired.
So you drove with you drove all the way from high school? Okay.
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend, Regina, and she lives in Bowie.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
You guys
came from high
You guys are the same county.
Yes, same county.
Yep. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Regina. Pleasure.
I met her on the Nile trip.
Oh, incredible. Nice. Yeah, perfect.
After they divorced, we just kept talking to each other.
Perfect. That's excellent. That's how kinships are forged. That's wonderful.
So you left DC, and was it intact?
It was intact when I left. It may not be intact now. I've been gone for 3 hours. I'm like, things are happening very quickly.
So fast. It's like,
Yeah.
yes.
Absolutely. It's a bit of a mess, but it is a test to see how the rest of the country can respond to that. It's like LA, in DC, there's not a county layer. So they're basically spending down the funds that the city has generated by having the National Guard there. Right? So it's like a way to bankrupt major markets. Right? So that's, I work in what we call ceremonial production. So I hear a lot of this is what we're doing, this is where we're going, because we're running the sound and recording it, or, So a lot of their planning, they've been at this for a long time, and they stack the courts, right? So that's the real key, is there's no one to report to now, right? So it will continue to get intense, but our well-being, our convening like this, joy is the antidote. So you're in PG County.
Up the street from you.
Oh yes, no stress. I love it.
Oh.
How did you commute up?
So you live here?
Okay.
New York?
I live in New York.
Okay.
Taking a train.
Yeah.
You drove.
6 or
I
7
drove
times.
just, I have some
moved
other
here.
commitments in the region,
graduated
but so I just kind of
Okay.
started my week here. I was like,
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna come to the closing night. That way I can kind of get some stuff done.
Okay.
And,
80s till 90s.
Okay.
but I come in and out
And I probably
pretty frequently.
Okay.
Production, yeah. And New York, I'm happy that they have the piece here, because even though it's difficult, now it's into New York. So now
And then I
I can
hadn't seen
hustle
him
it and say, yeah, we've already been there. That's the place.
Except for the high school.
But knowing these guys are, there's the Black Shakespeare.
And then he was here 6 months ago.
Just outside.
And we spent the afternoon
And
together.
I love Larry's response to
And then
I write
he was
about
asking me,
souls, yeah, so.
room rate for hotels.
Well, and
I was like, get you a break, maybe.
I
About 10 people. He said, I'd like to come out with a group. I think maybe that's what it is, in rehearsals. It might have been 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah, we used to think it's a lot of work, and all
and I just love talking to him,
A lot of work. A couple of my best friends live in San Francisco.
yeah.
I visited them many times over in the first 80s
It's
and
so
the
precious, and
90s,
even sometimes when I go to the
10 years ago, 15, whatever.
and I'll go out and do my thing, and then we'll be home for a few hours together, and just have all these awesome conversations
Yeah, he told me
around
this is something
imagination,
like my friend
intellect, and life.
who lived in San Francisco, who I met in New York in 1981.
They see us as, oh, move this, move that. And I'm like,
martial arts
dude,
guy.
I'm the person
He
who can
lives in
rig
LA
and
now.
light this thing, or
We do
change
Tai
the
Chi
way
every
people
Sunday, so that's why
perceive
he
your
came to
type
yesterday's
of
show.
your
He does it by Zoom.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You guys in San
So we
Francisco,
get
I'm in
into
New
these
York, and
talks
he's in
where
LA.
what they expect from us
Two of my other
and
brothers
who we
live in
actually
San
are. It's
Francisco.
like so
Yeah,
many
worlds
worlds apart.
Yeah.
So that's when these actors just
Anyway,
being
so Jared, are
galactic,
you
being so
planning on doing
brilliant,
a show in
it's
San
like
Francisco, or is this something that
Wakanda,
you've
right
done
here in your
before?
face.
No,
I
right
don't
here.
expect
That's
us
been
to
done
be
before. This is the first reason that this is the
So
first
our
performance
intellect and
ever.
our bodies
And,
have gotten collapsed, and we just have so much more to offer.
Yeah.
I love when Larry can help people.
With 5 performances, but this
So,
is
yeah, but I'm sure we'll be in touch. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
All the
you.
best. Thanks for taking good care of my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, truly. To be revered.
Thank you for coming.
Yes. Are you a young director, sir?
No.
No, you're in the theater because your mom's in the theater. I'm just wondering.
No.
Yeah. I know that face. Like, you're here with a parental figure in the theater. You grew up in the mix. I understand the face. You're like, Is it